ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਛੰਤ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਚੌਥਾ। ਘਰ ਪਹਿਲਾ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਹਰ ਜੀਓ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ ਤਾ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਜੀਓ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਮਿਲੈ ਸੁਭਾਏ ਸਹਿਜ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਈਐ ਜੀਓ। ਗੁਣ ਗਾਏ ਵਿਗਸੈ ਸਦਾ ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਜਾ ਆਪ ਸਾਚੇ ਭਾਵੇ। ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਹਉਮੈ ਤਜੈ ਮਾਇਆ ਸਹਿਜ ਨਾਮ ਸਮਾਵੇ। ਆਪ ਕਰਤਾ ਕਰੇ ਸੋਈ ਆਪ ਦੇਤਾ ਪਾਈਐ। ਹਰ ਜੀਓ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ ਤਾ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਜੀਓ। ਅੰਦਰ ਸਾਚਾ ਨੇਹੁ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੈ ਜੀਓ। ਹਉ ਤਿਸ ਸੇਵੀ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਰੈ ਜੀਓ। ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਾਰੀ ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਸਮਾਰੀ। ਜਾ ਨਾਮ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵਾ ਸਰਵਣੀ ਸੁਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਇਹੋ ਮਨ ਤ੍ਰਿਪਤੈ। ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਵਾ ਨਦਰ ਕਰੇ ਤਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਮੇਲੇ। ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਬੁੱਧ ਵਿਚਰੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਾਚਾ ਨੇਹੁ ਪੂਰੈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੈ। ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਿਲੈ ਵਡ ਭਾਗ ਤਾ ਹਰ ਰਸ ਆਵੇ ਜੀਓ। ਅਣ ਦਿਨ ਰਹਿ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਏ ਤਾ ਸਹਿਜ ਸਮਾਵੇ ਜੀਓ। ਸਹਿਜ ਸਮਾਵੇ ਤਾ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਭਾਵੈ। ਸਦਾ ਅਤੀਤ ਬੈਰਾਗੀ ਹਲਤ ਪਲਤ ਸੋਭਾ ਜਗ ਅੰਤਰ। ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਗੀ ਹਰਖ ਸੋਗ ਦੋਹਾ ਤੇ ਮੁਕਤਾ। ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਰੇ ਸੋ ਭਾਵੇ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਿਲੈ ਵਡ ਭਾਗ ਤਾ ਹਰ ਰਸ ਆਵੇ ਜੀਓ। ਦੂਜੇ ਭਾਏ ਦੁਖ ਹੋਏ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਜਮ ਜੋਹਿਆ ਜੀਓ। ਹਾਏ ਹਾਏ ਕਰੇ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੁਖ ਮੋਹਿਆ ਜੀਓ। ਮਾਇਆ ਦੁਖ ਮੋਹਿਆ ਹਉਮੈ ਰੋਹਿਆ। ਮੇਰੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਰਤ ਵਿਹਾਵੇ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦੇ ਤਿਸ ਚੇਤੈ ਨਾਹੀ। ਅੰਤ ਗਿਆ ਪਛੋਤਾਵੇ ਬਿਨ ਨਾਵੇ ਕੋ ਸਾਥ ਨਾ ਚਾਲੈ। ਪੁੱਤਰ ਕਲਤਰ ਮਾਇਆ ਧੋਹਿਆ ਦੂਜੇ ਭਾਏ ਦੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਮਨਮੁਖ ਜਮ ਜੋਹਿਆ ਜੀਓ। ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਲਿਹੁ ਮਿਲਾਏ ਮਹਿਲ ਹਰ ਪਾਇਆ ਜੀਓ। ਸਦਾ ਰਹਿ ਕਰ ਜੋੜ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਮਨ ਪਾਇਆ ਜੀਓ। ਪ੍ਰਭ ਮਨ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਸਮਾਵੈ। ਹੁਕਮ ਮਨ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਇਆ ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਜਪਤ ਰਹਿ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤੀ। ਸਹਜੇ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ ਨਾਮੋ ਨਾਮ ਮਿਲੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ। ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਭਾਵੇ ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਲਿਹੁ ਮਿਲਾਏ। ਮਹਿਲ ਹਰ ਪਾਵੇ ਜੀਓ ਨਾਮੋ ਨਾਮ ਮਿਲੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ। ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਭਾਵੇ ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਲਿਹੁ ਮਿਲਾਏ। ਮਹਿਲ ਹਰ ਪਾਵੇ ਜੀਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib is on Ang 690. It's by Dhanaasaree Guru Ramdas the Sache Padshah, our Chauthe Padshah, fourth Guru Sahiban. It's in Dhanaasaree Rag. Dhanaasaree Chhant Mehla Chautha Kar Pehla. This is called a Sirlek, which gives us the information of the Rag, and the Kar, the Tal, and it gives us the information of which Guru Sahiban, O Bhagat, O Pat, O Sikh that have contributed in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Paatshah's Bani. Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Mangala Charan of Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad. Sadhguru Ji Paatshah is saying to us through this Mangala Charan Prasad. Prasad meaning grace, Kirpa, Bakshish. Only through the Bakshish, the Kirpa of Satguru. Satguru meaning the Guru of truth. That one, that Guru that is already one with that one. Only through the Guru of truth can we have realization of the one that sits inside of us. Whilst we are where? In Ovang. Whilst we are living amongst this Maya, whilst we're living amongst this creation, can we realize that one that is what? Is Gar. Gar meaning Lagatar, meaning constant, meaning stable, meaning unchanging. That Gar, the one that is immersed within the Ovang, that is within the creation. So let's listen to Dhanaasaree Guru Ramdas Ji's Pavan Pitra Bani today, Sangat Ji. Har jiyo kripa kare ta naam tiyaye jiyo. Guru Sahib Ji saying to us, Har jiyo kripa kare. That if Vaheguru Ji blesses us with their grace, kripa, then what is grace? Grace is that what we haven't got power over. That thing that can only happen if it pleases Vaheguru Ji. That's something that can only happen if Vaheguru Ji allows it to happen. Meaning we have to be positioned correctly to allow grace and kripa to flow in. Har jiyo kripa kare. Only when Vaheguru Ji does the kripa, then what happens? Then Naam tiyaye jiyo. We're able to meditate on the name of God. Sangat Ji, we might think it's easy. We might be able to think that if we're able to sit for 5 minutes, close our eyes and completely focus on meditation on the name of God. But there's many of those that out there as well that say that they'll struggle to even close their eyes for 1 minute to focus on Gur Mantra. Then it shows us what is it all about. It means it's kirpa. That Sadhguru Ji Paatshah Ji say to us, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji say that tu chit yav hai teri maya. It's your mercy that I can even remember you. For me to even say the word Vaheguru. For me to even be able to close my eyes and concentrate and not allow my thoughts to get the better of me, it's grace. It's your bakshish. Har jiyo kripa kare ta naam tiyaye jiyo. Satgur mila Subaye. Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib Ji continuously throughout Gurbani, they use the word tiyaye, dhyan. Even when Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah Ji describe to us who a Sikh is, they'll say Gur Satgur ka jo Sikh akhaye so palke ut har naam tiyave. They use the word tiyave to us, means dhyan de naal. It's all about where is our focus. Because often we don't talk about meditation enough within Sikhi. A lot of people give a lot of emphasis on reading Gurbani. Sangat Ji, Gurbani has got its own place. But Gurbani takes us to meditation. But it's very important for us to take that time out to sit in meditation of the mantra that our Guru has blessed us with, that has been given to us by the Panch Pyare, Sangat Ji. Tiyaye Satgur mile Subaye Sahaj Gun gaye jiyo. This is what happens. Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah say, when you meet the Satguru, what happen? Sadguru nu milke Subaye. The Guru will fill our heart with Subaye, Prem. Subaye here means Prem, love. And then ਕਹਿੰਦੇ with love, because the here ਸੁਭਾਏ ਈੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸਿਹਾਰੀ ਆ, so it means with, and ਸਹਿਜ ਜਿਸਕਾ ਅਈ ਸਿਹਾਰੀ means with. So with love and sahaj, to be centered from inside, what do? Guna gaiye jiyo, we sing the praises of that one. ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਣੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੌਖਾ ਆ, ਪਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ ਆ. To say the praises of that one, it may seem easy to say ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਇਆ ਕਰ, make sure you always praise ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, but the truth is it possible for us to always praise ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ? It is possible, but the question is, how easy is it for us to praise ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ? It's easy, Sangat ji, to praise ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ji when everything is going well, when things go our way, when things go that way how I wanted them to go, accordingly to my expectations. Things worked out to my expectations, so then I'm able to say to ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ji, oh wow, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ji, you're so great. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ji, you did so much kirpa, so much blessings. Somebody has a child in their house. ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਬੱਚਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬੱਚਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ. Sometimes some couples aren't able to conceive, but they conceive after many years, and they'll say, wow, Waheguru, it's all your kirpa, you're so great. But to praise Waheguru ji, saying you are so great, you are so amazing. But Sangat ji, when we look deeper into that, we think that when we talk about Guna Gaiye, we think it's only to sing Kirtan with a Vajja. But no, Guna Gaiye actually means that even when things go that way, in the way that I wasn't expecting them to go. Just like Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paat say, nar chahat kach aur, but aure ki aure pei chitvat rahe uth gaur nanak fansi gal pari. Kuch nar insan kuch chaunda ya, I want something, nar chahat kach aur, but aure ki aure pei, but something else ends up happening. At that point, in that moment in our life, when something doesn't go our way, and that could be something like what's so dear to us, our children, our child gets sick, our child gets ill, something happens to that child falls over, that child hurts their knee or whatever it may be, or they've even got a serious disease. It's at that point, are we still able to say, hey Waheguru ji, ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣੀ ਆ? Are we still able to say at that point, hey ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਯਕ ਅਰਜ਼ ਗੁਫਤਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਦਰਗੋਸਤ ਕੁਨ ਕਰਤਾਰ? Are we still able to say, hey ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, bring your ear close to me because I want to say something to you intimately? Are we able to say at that point, Hakka, Kabir, Kareem? Am I able to still say to you, you are my only truth? Hakka means truth in Farsi. Hakka, Kabir, Kabir Sangat ji in Farsi means the greatest. At that point, when something like that happens in our life, when we get diseased, when there's a problem with ourselves, with the loved ones around us, if something like that happens, then are we still able to say, Hakka, Kabir, you are the greatest, Waheguru ji? Hakka, Kabir, Kareem, you are the one, you are the graceful one, Waheguru ji. Tum, that, hey Sache Paatshah ji, Be-ab, Parvadgar, you are the giver, you are the nurturer, you are the nourisher. ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਸੁਖ ਦੇਹ ਤਾਂ even if things are going well for me, ਜੇ ਸੁਖ ਦੇਹ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਝੇ ਹੈ ਅਰਾਧੀ, then I continue to meditate on you. ਜੇ ਸੁਖ ਦੇਹ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਝੇ ਹੈ ਅਰਾਧੀ, ਦੁੱਖ ਭੀ ਤੁਝੇ ਧਿਆਈ. But even if you give me dukh, even if it's a time of suffering, dukh de tujhe ਧਿਆਈ, but even then I still meditate on you. Je ਭੁੱਖ de, if I've got hunger, meaning that I'm going through poverty, I'm going through a difficult time, je ਭੁੱਖ de ta it hi raja, but I still am fulfilled from inside because I've got you, because I found that true love inside of me. Because once I've got you, Waheguru ji, inside of me, then it doesn't matter. Then it doesn't matter what's happening around me. Then even if a loved one or one of my family members, if anything happens to them, even if they leave this world, For me, I've not lost anything because I have found the truth inside of me. As per Gurbani's bachan, they say, na oho mara, because Vaheguru doesn't come and doesn't go. Vaheguru is constant, meaning our Atma doesn't come and go. Our Atma is constant. Na oho mara, na hova sog. We only get sog, we only get sorrow when we think that something belongs to me and then we lose it. ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਗਈ ਤਾਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਗ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੋਗ comes at that point ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਲੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਧਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੁੜੇ, because it means we've not actually connected to our true self yet. ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਪਿਆਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਬੈਠਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਭਾਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ. That what we are seeking from outside, that love that we are seeking from our partners, from our children. Sangaji, how many people do you hear saying that all I want from my children is to be loved? All I want from my partner is to be loved. But Sangaji, everything is changing. Nothing is stable. Ek din kuch hai, kuch din kuch hai. Somebody that goes through mental health problems, they change in such a way, they're shocked themselves. They're thinking, "Aa ki ho gaya? I don't even want to be in this way." So Sangaji, we can't even trust our own mind. Pyaro, so that's why ਇਹ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਲੱਭਣਾ, ਗੁਣ that ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਭਾਏ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ, singing Vaheguru Ji's gun in love, singing Vaheguru Ji's gun in that sahaj, in when we become completely stable, it means that we praise Vaheguru Ji no matter what. No matter what situation comes in our life, that's where we want to get to. That's what's called Sukh, Sangat Ji. Pacha Ji ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਏ ਵਿਗਸੈ ਸਦਾ ਅਨਦਿਨ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਏ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ as I praise you, as I continue to say that you are so great, Vaheguru Ji, Hakka, you are the truth, Kabir, greatest, Kareem, the one that does bakshish on us, Hakka, Kabir, Kareem, Toom, Be'ab, you got no ab, you have no blemishes on you, you have no faults, you are perfect, Be'ab, Parvadgar, you are the giver. In that way I remain blossoming from inside. For me, it's then continuously spring. For me, it's colorful from inside all the time. Vikse means to blossom. Sada anadin, day and night, I remain in that state. Ja aap sache pave, when it pleases Vaheguru, meaning when Vaheguru blesses me. Sangat Ji, this is what we want to take from the Guru. Satguru mila. ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ, ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਵੇ. That meeting the Guru means this. Meeting the Guru isn't a ritual. Meeting the Guru is constantly watching, where have I gotten? ਮੈਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹਾਂ? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਵੇਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ. ਉਹ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਘਰੇਲੂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ. They wouldn't get together to talk about worldly gains. They wouldn't talk about, their bank balances or how things are going or what they're going to do to their house next. ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇੰਜ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ. ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਸੁਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ. ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਜ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਬਣੀ. So they ask questions like this in riddles, that those that aren't able to understand that path, and then so they ask questions like, where are you now? How are you getting on? But they didn't mean how are you getting on, meaning that are you still in pain with your body, or have you got a cold, or they weren't asking those questions. They were asking, where are you from inside? Which khand are you in at the moment? That ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ, ਕਿਹੜੇ ਖੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ? ਧਰਮ ਖੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਲੇ ਕਿ ਸਰਮ ਖੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈਰ ਹਲੇ ਪਾਇਆ? Have you reached Saram Khand yet? Have you reached that realm of humility yet, or have you still got much work to do? And how can we support each other for you to get to that realm? ਕਿ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਕੇ ਕਰਮ ਖੰਡ ਤੱਕ, or have you reached that place of just where it's just bakshish and you've got in your place where you can just feel that flowing, that kirpa flowing? Or are you in Gyan Khand yet, where you're in realizing that there's more to this world than I thought. ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ। ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਏ ਵਿਕਸੇ ਸਦਾ ਅਣਦਿਨ ਜਾਂ ਆਪ ਸਾਚੇ ਭਾਵੇ। So Patsha ji saying to us, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਹਉਮੈ ਤਜੈ ਮਾਇਆ, and this is what it means to meet the Guru. Like I said, meeting the Guru isn't a ritual ਕਿ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ ਲਿਆ ਹਾਂ ਟੇਕ ਲਿਆ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਜਾਏ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਏ, ਪਾਠ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ, look, I don't like to sound negative, but the truth is ਪਾਠ ਕੀਤਿਆਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਝਾਤੀ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਹਉਮੈ, how am I doing with my hankar, with my pride and arrogance? Am I still there wanting to be at the top, and is it all about me? Am I self-centered? Do I think I'm the most important person in the world? Am I still looking down at others because I think I'm doing so well, I'm doing so great, and they're not? So ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਤਾ, ਫੇਰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਠ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ। How much ਬਾਣੀ am I really reading? We'll know when we actually look at the, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਸਵੱਟੀ ਤੇ ਲਾਉਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ, ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਕਸਵੱਟੀ ਤੇ। ਕਸਵੱਟੀ means touchstone. When we put our mind to the touchstone, meaning to that test point of what? Of Gurbani, to say, okay, where's my hankar at? These are the reflections that we should be doing. These are the conversations that we should be sitting. If that's what we call sangat. Sangat means sang, ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਣਾ, when we come together, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਗਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ। Gat means where we liberate ourselves. Gat, gati, sang, ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ, we come together to become liberated of what? We want to become liberated from hankar, haume, and then what do we want to do? Sat sangat. And we want to get to the truth. ਕਿ ਸੱਚ ਕੀ ਆ, ਮੇਰਾ ਅਸਲ ਕੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਕੀ, what am I? ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਹਉਮੈ ਤਜੈ, ਹਉਮੈ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, those layers that we have grown, those what I identify myself as, the I am, the ego of who I think I am. Haume taja, forsake these things. But you're saying in the Maya, these are all illusionary. Sahaj Naam samave, immerse yourself effortlessly with love in the name of God. Aap karta kare soi, aap de ta paiye. Only then can we gain that, to become immersed in Vaheguruji's name, if that karta, if that doer does that for us. Har jiyo kripa kare, that when Vaheguruji blesses me, ta naam tiya ye, then I meditate on Vaheguruji. Andar sacha neho, pure satgura jiyo. Sangat ji, this is a beautiful pankti. Such a beautiful line. Guru Ramdas ji Pachi, kende andar, kende what have I found inside of me? Kende andar, deep inside of me, within me. Kende what did I find? Sacha neho. I found that love. Neho means love. I found that love that was sacha, that was true. I found this love inside of me that is constant. It doesn't come and go. It's not like an emotion. It's not like I sometimes feel a little bit loving towards something, towards someone, and then I feel angry, then I don't feel like that towards them anymore. Sangaji, love on one level is an emotion that we express through this body, but on a deeper level, love is the form of that one that is inside of us, which is our true self. Sangaji, in Jap Sahib, Dhanaasaree Guru Gobind Singh Ji Pachi say to us that Chatar Tatar Disa Visa. Chatar Tatar, meaning in all four directions. Chatar means four. Chatar Tatar. And then Disa means directions from the word Disha. Disha, Visha. And then Visha means the opposite direction. So in all four directions and the opposite direction, meaning not missing anywhere. Kende Chatar Tatar Disha Visha, what is there? Kende Hoye ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਿਆ ਆ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ remember Jaap Sahib is not Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah Ji giving us information. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah is not telling us that Vaheguru Ji aida ne Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah Ji this is they've expressed their experience with us. They are experiencing Vaheguru Ji chatar jatar tatar disa visa hoye ਫੈਲਿਓ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਭਾਵ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਫਿਲਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ something that is everywhere. What did Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah say? That is spread, that is clearly everywhere. ਹੋਏ ਫੈਲਿਓ anurag ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਰਾਗ means love, anurag meaning that form of love is spread out everywhere. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah Ji saying, and now Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ inside of us lies Sacha nehu is true love. You know, often we say in our life, I found my true love. And we might say that to our partners. ਤਾਂ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੜਾਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਪੁੱਛ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਰੋ. And ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ that true is only that does not change. True is only that does not leave. True is only that never dies. Sangat ji, there's a love that is sitting inside of us that is true. We are here to find our true love. But that true love is the form of God inside of us. Kehde andar sacha neho. And then where Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah kehde I got it, I found it. How beautiful is that? They're telling us about their own self. Where did they get it from? This is pure, from the complete, perfect who? Sat Gura. If we look at this, Sat Gura. Sasatata Tateno Sihari, meaning Satya Srupa, that form of truth. Gura. Rare no Dulama. Gura means through the Guru. Because it could have just been Sat Gur. But here Gura is saying through Guru Amar Das Ji. Guru Ramdas Ji saying, when I gave myself to Guru Amar Das Ji, this is through them I got to find true love inside of me. No, they don't mean that I found true Guru for my Guru. I just found true love inside. And then once we find love inside, then what happens? Then we are loving to everything, to everyone. There's no discrimination. Then ek nadar kar vekha sab upar jeha pao teho phal paiye. Then there's no discrimination. There's not that I love you more, I love you less. But the receivers will receive less or more, depending on how receptive they are, depending on how much shraddha, devotion, faith, and love, and how much their heart is open. Sangaji, I was talking to somebody just a few days ago, saying that two people could be given the same thing. There's somebody that is jumping Naam, and they've got so much energy inside of them. The same amount of energy is going out to both people. One of they're more receptive and their heart is a little bit more open, and they have got more faith and devotion, not belief. Belief isn't what we need in this path to experience Vaheguru Ji. Our beliefs will come and go, will change, depending on our intellectual understanding of something. Belief in some things may help in life, but this isn't about belief, this is about shraddha. It's about devotional faith. And having that faith, and then the two people receive completely different amounts of energy. Because one is open and one is closed. That's what Paatshah says, Jeha Pao, Kene Jinna Kavada Tada Pandaya, Ete Prem da Panda, your bowl, Kende your heart, depending on how much it's open, Jeha Pao Taso, Fal Paye, that's how much fruits you can receive. So the truth is, the first thing we want to do in this path is make ourselves more receptive. one way of making ourselves more receptive is listening to sakhiyan, is listening to stories that starts to open our mind up, our heart up a little bit more. The other thing is, Sangeet, there's certain types of meditations, whether we have faith in them or not, because of the way they affect our body, they will help to make us more open. So, अंदर साचा नेहो पूरे सत गुरै जियो, कहंदे मैनू मेरे गुरु अमरदास जी पातशाह जी कोलों मैनू मेरा असल प्रेम अंदरों ही लभ गया. How is it that love is unconditional and doesn't discriminate, and that love is spread out everywhere, anurag, and that's how we want to become? Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah Ji say in Akal Ustat, they say that Vaheguru Ji is such that Vaheguru Ji jaan ko deet hai, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਛਾਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, you know, that one that actually realizes and recognizes that this is coming from Vaheguru Ji, that you get some food on your plate and they recognize that this is coming from Vaheguru Ji. If somebody plants a seed in the dharti and they recognize that it's Vaheguru Ji Shakti that is going to help this grow, that seed will grow. But jaan ko deet hai, ajaan ko deet. But Vaheguru Ji is such, they don't discriminate against anyone. But even that one that doesn't recognize Vaheguru Ji gives to them as well. Whether they have that faith in Vaheguru Ji or not, if they plant the seed and do the right thing, that the fruits will come from that as well. Sangaji, Vaheguru Ji is like that. And we've got to become like that. Whether somebody appreciates us or not, whether somebody gives us a pat on the back or not, whether somebody has hateful feelings towards us or loving feelings towards us, but we treat everybody equal. That's what it means that I have found true love inside. Jatra tatra disa visa hoye, value anurag, becoming beyond discrimination, becoming unconditional. Aao pyareo, akhri arth karke samapti kariye. So Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah Ji is saying that Haun tis sevi din raat. Haun means I, not the ego I, but just referring to, like when you say myself. Haun tis sevi. Sevi here means to remember. I remember that one day and night, meaning I remain in that love day and night. I don't come out of that love. It's not just a mere emotion anymore. I've become that love now. I never separate from that love now. Never do I separate from that one. Anadin samari, constantly meditating on that love. Ja naam lei tan jiva. Only when I meditate on that one am I truly alive. Otherwise I'm dead. If I haven't found that love inside, I'm just walking around like a zombie. When I listen to my Guru's words with my ears, Saravani means ears, Suni, ta eho mana tripate, then my mind becomes satisfied. Tripata, tripat ho janda, Gurmak Amrit Piva, through the Guru I drink their Amrit filled words, meaning their words that are so sweet, I drink them. Another meaning, when we read Gurbani, Gurbani isn't something that we just chew and spit out. Sangaji, sometimes some people do Nityanem, they're getting on with their day and they've just got Bani playing in the background on their phones. That's just spitting it out, Sangatji. Bani ta hundi pama thodi pado. Read, even if you read less, even if you read Panch Paudiyan, even if you read just Mool Mantar, read it as if you're drinking Amrit Pyareo. It's not something you just, chew and spit out. It's not something that's just playing on the windowsill and you're running around doing everything else. Pyareo enj nahi hunda. ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਣਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੀ ਪੜ ਲਓ ਪਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਵੋ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਵੋ ਸਦਾ ਚਿਰ ਜੀਵੋ ਹਰ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਅਨੰਦ ਅਨੰਤਾ ਨਦਰ ਕਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਮੇਲੇ that only when Vaheguru Ji glances their vision upon me of grace, then I get to meet that true Guru. And then and then night and day, what does my Guru bless me with? With Babek Buddh, with that discriminating, meaning with that discerning intellect, being able to tell what is the truth and what is false, what is permanent and what is impermanent. I now don't attach myself to those things that I know that are forever changing. Andar sacha ne hoon, because now I have found that true love inside of me. Pure Sat Gura, through my true Guru. Sat Sangat mile vat bhag, only those that have got great fortune are blessed to meet with Sat Sangat, with this true Sangat. Ta har ras aave jiyo, then I get to experience that true ras, that true joy and juice that flows inside of me of connecting to God's name. And then then night and day I remain connected to that one. Ta sahaj samave jiyo, effortlessly I then merge into that one. Sahaj samave, effortlessly merging into that one. Ta har man pave, then that's what pleases Vaheguru. If it pleases Vaheguruji, that's when it happens for us. Sada atit bairagi, I remain constantly atit bairagi, completely detached from the rest of the world, but completely involved, but detached. Halat palat, here and over there, in this life and in the life after, when we go and we leave this body. Soba jag antar, then we have glory. We are being praised jag antar in this world, even when we leave this world, those that have found that love inside of them, because they, all people would say, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਬਸ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਿਆਰੇ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਯਾਦ ਤਾਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਈ ਮਾੜਾ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਆ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਫੈਲਾ ਕੇ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ, those that spread love in their life, ਹੋਏ ਫੈਲਿਓ ਅਨੁਰਾਗ, ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, where we sit back and we remember them in such a positive light, then we say that soba, then ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ we glorify them, we say remember that person, all we got from them was love. Sangat ji, that's how we want to be remembered in this world. That antare Ram Naam live lagi, that we completely connect to that name of God inside. Hark sog duhate mukta, Pachi saying from hark, from sorrow, hark from joy, sog Sangat ji from sorrow, so from joy and sorrow, hark sog duhate mukta, and we become completely liberated from both, because we're on this constant roller coaster of things that give us pleasure in this life. We get joy from that sog, and then those things that we have are attached to and we separate from, we get sorrow. We're on a constant roller coaster of life. Hark sog duhate mukta, but becoming liberated from both. Jo prabh kare so pave, doing only that is pleasing to Vaheguruji. Sat sangat mile, when I meet with the true sangat, but only if I've got great fortune, then I experience that juice of love flowing inside of me. Duje pae, but if I fall in love with the duja, with duality, with the illusion of dukh hoye, obviously I'm going to suffer. Because if I'm in love with that is going to change, then I'm attached to what something is now. But nothing remains as it is. Maya does not ever remain as it is. That will continuously change, but I get attached to what something is for now, and when that changes, and then I suffer. Duje pae dukh hoye, manmukh jam jo hai jiyo. Patji saying then the jam, the messenger of death, is constantly johya, is looking at them, meaning that whoever is in that illusion, that death will come to them. Death is constantly on the watch for them. Can they hi? People are living their life, and they constantly got upon their tongue, hi, aa ki ho gaya, ha, ek hi ho gaya, idda kaate ho gaya, idda nahi si hona chahiye, ha, bahut mada ho gaya. Path ji saying kehte hi, kare din raat, kehte day and night, all he can hear from their mouth is ha, hi. Sangat ji, I always say to them, my kids, sometimes my kids will turn around and they'll say ha, and I'll say na, but the e sade shabd nahi vartan wale, because you know language has an effect on our mind. Because there's a science behind language as well. Just being, when we get used to speaking this way, when something goes wrong and doesn't work out to our expectations or whatever, and we say, ha, hi, acha mara hoya bahut, oh accident ho gaya, ha. Sangat ji, na, asal vich, when if we wanna meet Vaheguru, if we wanna experience love, then these words won't remain on our tongue. Let's be more conscious in the way we respond to situations Let's be more conscious of the language that we actually use. Baaj kehne haye haye kare din raat. Those that are attached, and they will then always suffer, and all they will have on their tongue is hi. They will be crying. Kende raat din raat maya dukh mohe jiyo, because they're enticed with this illusion, they're constantly suffering. Kende maya dukh mohe home rohe. Pachi saying maya dukh mohe. This maya has enticed them and caused them suffering, and then home in their ego rohya, they come into rage, because when they can't accept how things are, then they start to get annoyed and irritated and angry. Sangaji, often we say these words to people, we say, oh, you irritated me. But the truth is, there's no such thing that somebody irritated us. Irritation is inside of us. It means that we haven't got enough tolerance. It means we haven't got enough patience inside. So when we say you irritated me, what we're really saying is that I haven't got enough tolerance and patience inside. That's why I'm full of irritation. So they say they pass their life with saying, oh mera, this is mine. The moment we think something is mine, that will cause us pain. Sangat ji, Jo Prabh De, whatever Vaheguru Ji gives us, this chete nahi. We don't remember that, what we have got. And that is a nishani of a manmukh. That is a nishani of somebody that can never be happy in their life. That is never looking at what they have got in life. Kende Jo Prabh De, this chete nahi. Ant gaya pachotave. And in the end, when we're about to leave this world, we'll regret it. Because at that moment, everything will become clear to say, actually, I did have this, I did have that, Vaheguruji did bless me with this, but it's too late now. But without the name of God, nothing else can go with us from this world. That what I thought was mine, my putter, my child, my son, putter, kalattar, my partner, maya. But these are all maya. These are all things that are temporary. But they are deceitful, because one day they are something, next thing they are something else. Sangatji, being in love with duality, dukh hoye will suffer. Manmukh jam jo hai jiyo, the messenger of death is watching them constantly. Kar kirpa leho milaye, then we do benti, we'll saying, bless me, hey Satguru Ji, hey Vaheguru Ji, kar kirpa leho milaye. Mehla har paya jiyo. Let me unite and go into the mansion of that one and be one with Vaheguru Ji. Sada rahe kar jod. I remain constantly with my hands clasped together, meaning with my heart always open to my Guru's teachings. Sada rahe kar jod prabh man paya jiyo. That's what pleases Vaheguru Ji, when we constantly remain in humility before our Guru. Prabh man pave, ta hukam samave, hukam man sukh paya, prabh man pave. That what is pleasing to Vaheguru Ji, ta, if it's pleasing to Vaheguru Ji, maaf karna, ta hukam samave, then we get to realize what Vaheguru Ji's hukam and play is. Hukam man sukh paya, and then only within that hukam can we experience sukh. Anadin japata rahe din rati. Day and night reciting the name of God. Sahaja Naam te aaya. Constantly reciting the name of God. Namo Naam mili vadiyai. We receive what is the true greatness in this life is Sangatji, when we are able to connect to the name of God. Nanak Naam man pave. It's that Naam man pave. When that God's name starts being pleasing to my mind, Kar kirpa lehu milaye, Mehla har pave jiyo, then Vaheguru Ji will bless us, and then we'll be able to have that union with Vaheguru Ji. Sangat Ji, it was Panja Paudiyan de vich Hukamnama siga, so it's quite a long Hukamnama, and each Pangati as well in itself had each Paudi had quite a few Pangatiyan. So Sangat Ji, the takeaway message is that until we keep looking and seeking for that love from external sources, from be our children, be our partners, and expecting always that fulfillment from them, we will suffer, we will keep suffering, and we're here in this life to experience that form of love which is Vaheguruji inside of us. Let us all do benti to Vaheguruji that we find true love inside of us, and then our nature will become loving, and then we'll be remembered as loving people when we leave this world as well. So इतनी एक बेनती है प्रवान एक नहीं पर अनेक गलतियां हो गई हैं अनजान बच्चा समझ के बख्श देना वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।